time to get you in the know for Sunday, July 20th. Flash flooding. That is the topic of conversation. It has been making headlines throughout this summer. Now we can get a look here in Canada. Yeah, just recently in Calgary, some heavy downpours causing a sticky situation like this for travelers. Look at the backup here on the highway. Elsewhere in Alberta, this was on Friday, away from the urban areas near Cochrane, and that rain is coming down. And it's, again, just one of many types of scenes like this we've seen. We can head to a different part of the country in Quebec. The rains here flooding this road. And again, the sort of common theme is the impacts to getting around. And my goodness, that is some high water to be driving through. We can leave Canada now because in the States, the flash flooding has been particularly problem prone over the stretch of the first bit of this summer. In Texas, of course, there was that tragic situation right around July 4th, and even days after that here, we still see those impacts in that part of North America. Elsewhere in Texas, kind of what we've seen, those travel impacts, and bring in meteorologist Nadine Powell. Nadine, flash flooding, the topic of conversation, and for those in America, in the United States, it has been a banner year for that type of activity.
Yes, Matt, you know, forecasters in the U.S. are actually saying that this year has been a record year for those flash flood warnings. And you can see just an indication here, well over 3,000 flash flood alerts have been issued, the most since they've been keeping records. And we've seen multiple flash flood events across many states in the U.S. Some states actually seeing more than one event so far this summer. And you can see in July, of course, we all remember the deadly flooding in Texas. We've had flood events in North Carolina, also into Illinois as well, and New Mexico. And Matt, in many of these instances, you know, flash flooding is such a multi-dimensional disaster with several factors, you know, intersecting. And not only that, of course, in urban areas as well, Matt, we've had flash flooding recently in New York and New Jersey. The subway system in New York being flooded out, we see here from just back on a few days ago. And if we take it back, Matt, to parts of the U.S. back through Illinois as well and New Jersey, some of those flooding events that we see there. So, you know, a lot of factors coming into play here, Matt, for why we see so many flash flood events. And one, of course, is atmospheric moisture. So, of course, flash flooding especially more common during the summer than during any other season because the atmosphere is warmer, the air can hold more moisture as it is warmer. But climate scientists are now pointing to, you know, warming atmospheric temperatures globally and pointing to the fact that just a 1 degree rise in temperature affords the atmosphere the opportunity or the ability to hold 7% more moisture. So that is certainly a factor, Matt.
Yeah, certainly some of those variables we've been tracking. You mentioned just this time of year, sort of multi-dimensional as to why we're seeing this type of summer. But Nadine, where do we go from here? What else are we tracking in terms of maybe what's been contributing to this situation and how we're looking going forward?
Yeah, several factors. One of them, of course, the rainfall duration, as well as the rainfall rates. When we see heavy rainfall, slow-moving storms just sitting over a particular area in terms of the ground being saturated. If we've had several rainfall events, that can make things worse because the ground can't hold any more moisture. So with topography as well, that can play a factor. And of course, we always warn folks in flood events, turn around, don't drown.